Find angles X and Y below. Now, let's look at this special circle geometry question and see how we can analyze it step by step. The first thing I want us to look at here is this triangle NMF. Triangle NMF. Now, you agree with me that one of the line of this triangle, which is MF, has been extended outwards to form 5x as an exterior angle of the triangle. And then now we have two opposite interior angles to this exterior angle of the triangle. So the theorem we should remember now is that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the opposite interior angles. Hope you know that theorem. Now, if you just want me to make a small illustration, I can just do something like this. If you have a triangle like this, and you have one of the line extended outward, then this angle, which is the exterior angle, for example, if it's A, and then this is the interior angle that is just opposite the exterior angle. Now, these other two angles now will be the opposite interior angle. Let's call it B and C. So this exterior angle A will be equal to the sum of these two interior angles, which is like B plus C. So that is what I want us to apply here. So now, you agree with me that this 5x is the exterior angle. So I can simply write 5x there as the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So which is equal to y plus this third angle, which is 100 minus x. 100 minus x. So don't forget that rule. The exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So from there, I can make x and y to stand on the left-hand side. So I have 5x here. This negative x, if it comes to this side, becomes positive x plus x. This is y. If y comes to this side, becomes minus y. And that will be equal to, the only thing left on this side now is 100. So finally, 5x minus x will give us 4x. And then minus y. And that will be equal to 100. I can call this equation 1. Then now, let's look at this point M and Q. Point M and Q. If you look at it very well, I have this line going to the circumference of the circle at N. And then from point M, I have this line going to the circumference of the circle. And the two lines together form this angle Y here. In the same way, from the same point M and Q, I have this line coming to the other part of the circumference at P. And then from here, this line coming to the other part of the circumference at P. Together, they form this angle together. So anytime you have a situation where lines are coming from the same points, I have a pair of lines going to one part of the circumference. And from the same point again, I have another pair of lines coming to another part of the circumference of the circle. Then the theorem that should come to my mind is that angles in the same segment are equal. Angles in the same segment are equal. So if this is angle Y, then this is also angle Y. So take note of that. Then now, I want to use triangle PME now. Triangle PME to use the same exterior angle of a triangle. If you check, the line EM now has been extended outward to form this exterior angle, which is 100 minus x. So this is the exterior angle of the triangle because one of the line is extended outward, and then it gives this exterior angle. So you agree with me now that this exterior angle will be equal to the sum of these two opposite interior angles. Don't forget I'm using this large triangle now. So this is the exterior angle, which is 100 minus x, and that will be equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles, which is x and y. So I can simply say x now plus the angle y, that is the sum of the two opposite interior angle, is equal to the exterior angle, which is 100 minus x. 100 minus x. So now let this x comes to this side. So I have x, when it comes, this minus x, when it comes to this side, it becomes plus x. And then I have this positive y is already here, plus y is here. And that will be equal to 100 is what is left on this side. So x plus x is going to give me 2x. X plus x will give me 2x. And then plus this y, and that will be equal to 100. Sorry, 100. So I can now call this equation 2. So now I want to solve equation 1 and equation 2 simultaneously. I want to believe you know how to solve simultaneous equations. So let me bring down equation. This is already equation 2. Let me bring down equation 1. Equation 1 is 4x. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake in equation 1. 5x plus x should be 6x. Sorry. This is 6x. Sorry for the mistake. So equation 1 should be 6x, then minus y, and that will be equal to 100. This is equation 1. Now, if you look at this y here, they are the same with respect to equal coefficients, except that the signs are different. So in this case, we can simply eliminate y by using elimination method in simultaneous equation. So y plus negative y will give us 0. So I'm adding equation 1 and equation 2. I'm adding the two equations together so that we can eliminate y. So y plus minus y will give us 0. So y has been eliminated. 2x plus x will give us, 2x plus 6x will give us 8x. And that will be equal to 100 plus 100, which is 200. So now I can simply divide both sides by 8. I divide this by 8, and I also divide this by 8. So that this 8 will cancel 8 on this side. And so don't forget, this 0 means nothing. So we are not regarding this 0 to be anything. So I'll be left with x on this side now. I'm left with x here. And that will be equal to 200 divided by 8 will give us 25. So the value of x is 25. Now let me solve for the value of y on this left hand side. Let me use equation 2. Let me use equation 2. In equation 2, I have 2x. That will be 2 multiplied by 25 because x is 25. You can see it here. So 2x in this equation will be 2 times 25 because x is 25. And then plus y. That will be equal to 100. 100. So 2 multiplied by 25 is going to give me 50. So 50 plus y is equal to 100. From there, I can simply leave y on this side. So y will be equal to 100, which is already on this side. This plus 50, when it comes to this side, becomes minus 50. So I can now conclude that y is equal to 100 minus 50 is 50. So the value of x is 25 and the value of y is 50. If you substitute it in the diagram, you see that we are correct. As you can see the diagram there. So we now have the value of x and y, and that gives us our final answer. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and join for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.